Hello everyone, this is James from OnSaleMath.com. Today I'm going to make a video to share the product review function for my Wix online store. The reason I'm making such video is because when I was looking for such solution for my online store, I couldn't find it. Now you have the Wix Training Academy video, which was great for getting information into and out of the database. However, when you make a review on one product, the same review goes for all the product, so that wasn't going to be good enough. And then there is the solution offered by Wix. The problem with this is that you really have to understand the JavaScripts in their solution in order to configure all the components on the page for it to work. The instruction here does not explain all of it. So by just following my video, I'm going to show you every step. You can have a good working product review function for your Wix online store. That is my goal. So let's get started. Now, I've broken my approach into 4 high-level steps. The first is to set up the database. The second is to set up the product review display page. The third step is to set up the product review enter page, where you enter the product review. And the fourth step is where you link everything together, basically the fields to the database and to the JavaScript. For database, you need to create 2 more tables. They are review and review stats. So let's do it. New collection. Let's do review. Review table is where we'll put the product review that each user enters. For the permission, I just make it member generated. You can do custom. For simplicity, we'll just do member generated. Now we need to create the fields. For my product review, it's going to be fairly simple. So I'm just going to have the review name, and it's going to be text. The review, it's going to be text. Whether the person recommend the product or not. It's going to be a boolean. Boolean is actually true and false. And then I'll have a rating. The rating is actually going to be a number. So then we're going to have another field called product. This is actually going to be a reference. And you will need to reference it to the product table here. Okay. There we go. There is our review table. Now there's a couple of things that's important here that the instruction does not tell you. This name, the recommends and rating, needs to be exactly this name. Okay? They need to be exactly this name. The product, the field key needs to be product ID with the I capital letter. Okay? The reason is that this is how the JavaScript on the page is going to interact with the table, and these fields are written into the JavaScript. So you need to have these names: the recommends, the rating, and the product. And the product, as you can see, when I create it, I make the field key product ID. Okay. Now that's it for the review table. Now we'll create the review stats table. So do another collection. Review stats. You can name your table something else, but here the set collection using a code needs to be review-stats. And this is also because that's written into the JavaScript on the page. Okay, so this name needs to be review-stats, and we'll also make it member generated content. Only member can modify, right? Create a collection, right? Because for me, I want only the registered member to enter a review for my product. If you have other permissions, you can change it as you like. But we're not going to that here. Okay. So we created two tables, one review, one review stats. Now you notice something strange here is that for the review stats, the fields are actually already created for me. That's because I had created a project before, so it just took it back. But let's take a look. So for count, it's just a number, nothing special here. Rating is just a number as well. Recommended, it's also a number. For this table, review stats, the only thing important is just the database. ID. It needs to be review stats with an S. For our purpose, let's clear out the data. Because we didn't have any review in the review database, so it doesn't make any sense to have the review stats. Okay. That's it. We're done with the first part, the database. Now after we set up the database, the second step is to set up the product review display page. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty much copy and paste from the template given by Wix. So I got to this template by clicking here, and this is the Wix template. And you want to copy, and this is the product page. Here's the product review. So you want to copy from where it says column strip 2. Okay, column strip 2. I just do copy, and then this is my page. I just do paste. Okay. Now you notice that there's also a second part. Okay, the review strip. Okay, you want to copy this part as well. Okay. So now we have the column strip 2 and the review strip. Okay. What I would do for me, since my product review is going to be simpler, I don't need the image, I don't need the location, so I'm going to remove them. I don't need the review title. Okay, so you copy it over, make your adjustment as needed, right? And then we're going to copy over the JavaScript. So go to the bottom. You want to make sure you're on the page. There should be nothing on the side, right? So on the page, I just highlight all of it. Do a Control C. and then Control V. Okay. Now we set up the contents on the page, the JavaScript. The next thing we need is the database connector. So go to Content Manager, add content elements. So let's set it up. Oops. Choose a collection. It's going to be review. Okay. It'll be read only, right? Because we're not going to change anything here. So that's it. Now, as you can see here in the JavaScript, it's looking for something called reviews. So what you need to do is go click on View Properties and change the ID to Reviews. Okay. And then, as you can see, this error went away. There shouldn't be any error in your JavaScript. Okay. So that's it. That's it for step 2. Now let's do step 3, which is to set up the product review enter page. And we'll come back to this page to set up everything else. So for step 3, basically you need to create a lightbox. And you can create a lightbox from here. Interactive, and create any lightbox from the templates. Okay. I'm not going to go through that. I used their template to create a lightbox, and I modified it to what I need. Right. So this is just a text field, text box here, and this is where you enter the nickname. This is enter review, and this is another text box. This is a radio button, and this is a ratings input, right? You can get all of that from here, right? The two important thing here is that for the radio button, you need to name it radio group 1. So click on it here, radio group 1. For the ratings input, you need to name it radio rating. Okay, radio rating. Those are the two important things. And now let's copy over the JavaScript. Okay, let's copy it over with Control C, then Control V. To simplify, what you can do is create a lightbox and then just copy the fields from their templates over and took out the stuff that you don't need, right? And then copy over the JavaScript. Okay. And then last step is to create a data connector. Want to connect to review. This is a write only. That's it. Now the important thing is that you need to make this review connector submit review. Submit review. So you would have error, yes. Now if you make it submit reviews, the error would be gone. Okay, it'll be gone. Okay, so that's it for step 3. Now let's go to the final step, step 4. We'll start with the lightbox since we are already on this page. Now, so first let's connect these two boxes with the database. right? Right. This is so. For this field, we are connecting to the reviewer name. This one we want to connect to the review connector. And let's make a distinction here. Name submit review. Okay. Okay. Review name, that's right. For this one, we want to connect to the review, right? Okay. For this and this, we don't have to connect to the connectors because it's going to be set up by the JavaScript. And this, we need to connect. Submit, add a success message, add a failure message. You need to be a member to submit reviews. Stay on this page. Okay. For the rating input, and when there's an unchanged event, make sure you need to enter radio rating underscore change. That's when this JavaScript will be called. And that's it. Now let's go back to the product page. Okay, for the product page, there are a couple of things you need to make sure. First, you need to make sure that column strip 2 is here. You need to make sure that this name is called reviews. Okay, this needs to be called general rating. Okay, this needs to be called recall percent. Now, you don't need to worry about these if you just copy them over from Wix templates. And there are a few others that I just not going to go through. Now there's one thing I need to change, you should change here is the review image. Because we don't have photo, right? So you can just pretty much take out this part. It won't give you any problem if you don't. And the live box, when you create it, its name needs to be review box with a capital letter R, capital letter B. Let's connect to the DB. So this nickname here. Choose a connector, review name. Review. Okay. Now, if you look into JavaScript, right? Let's do this one. Add review. That there's an on-click event. So on click, we need to add here. Right. Add review click will match here. And then for the results page, there's result page on click. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Review repeaters. Review repeaters. Item ready. Review repeaters item ready. that's it. Okay, now let's test this. Let's go to let's go make sure database set up correctly. It's fine. Let's preview. Okay, so let's write a review. Okay, so as you can see, that review went in. One of the problem with the solution, what I found is that the first time it won't show up, but if we come back, it will show up. And you can see it has went in, right? So if I do this, and I come back to that page, you see the review. Okay, and it works. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions.